Good morning, students. Today we are going to do the topic sense organs of the chapter My Body, and this is part 4 of the series. And now we'll be doing the topic sense organs. So the learning outcomes of this chapter will be you'll be able to define the terms iris, pupil, retina, and also draw the diagram of inner structure of eye, tongue, and ears. Also describe the features of our sensory organs. Let me remind you what are sensory organs. The body organs which help us to see, hear, taste, feel the surroundings are called sense organs. And in class 3 we have done that eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin are our 5 sense organs. So these sense organs, they collect the information from the surroundings and then send it to the brain for processing. So ultimately, every information our sense organs are collecting, it goes to the brain. And eyes help in the sense of sight, ears help in the sense of sound, nose helps to smell, tongue helps to taste, and your skin helps you to touch the different surfaces. Coming to the first point, that is eyes. We have 2 eyes. Eyes help us to see. Eyes also tell us the color, size, shape and distance of the objects we see. Distance means how near or far the object is. Now the human eyes are on the front side of your body. They are not on the side just like birds or animals, right? So they are on the front side. Each eyeball is placed in the bony socket in the skull. Look here, this is your skeleton and your eyeball is placed in this skeleton. Okay, this bone-like structure, in this your eyes are fit in the skull. On the outer side, your eyes are being protected by your eyebrows, your eyelids, eyelashes. These are the upper eyelashes, these are the lower eyelashes. So whenever there is dust in the air, your eyelids and eyelashes, they just close down, these hair lock in between themselves and your eyes are protected from dust and dirt. Let's do the parts of an eye. This colored part here, watch the arrow. This colored part is called iris and this black structure here, this is the pupil. This one on the upper side is called as the upper eyelid, while as this one on the lower side, niche ki side, this is the lower eyelid. Beta, the colored structure in the front of the eyeball is iris. See? And it can be of black, blue, brown, green and grey color. Some people have black eyes, some have blue eyes, some have brown eyes or sometimes some have green color eyes. So this iris tells the color of your eye. And then the light enters the eye through the pupil. Our second part we are going to learn is pupil. The small round black spot in the center is called the pupil. What is the function of pupil? Pupil allows the entry of light in the eye. It expands and contracts. Expands means फैलता है. Contract means it squeezes. Okay, according to the light available. If there is more light, then the pupil contracts, एकदम से squeeze करता है. If there is less light, the pupil expands और फैल जाता है so that more light can enter and you can see the things around you. And then whatever we see through our pupil, it reaches this yellow section is called as the retina. Whatever you see, then the image is formed on this retina. Okay? Now the retina is at the back of the eyeball, you can see from here, and it is like a screen on which all the images are formed. Image kiski? Whatever you see, whether you see a flower or whether you see the screen, so all the images which you are seeing, they are falling on the retina. And then This retina passes the message that I am watching this thing to the brain through the optic nerve, right? Then the message goes to the brain through this optic nerve that yes, I am seeing a flower or a TV or a glass or a pen. This message is conveyed to the brain. And then your brain tells you what to do the next. Okay. So from the iris, you can remember again, this is the colored part is iris and the light is entering through retina, pupil, okay, and the image is falling on the retina and then this optic nerve is sending the message. Have a close look how the light enters through the pupil and then makes an image on the retina at the back side. This message which is there on the retina is sent through the optic nerve. See, the flashes of light are going through the optic nerve. Watch the picture very closely. The image falls on the retina and then the optic nerve passes the messages to the brain. Now, do you know the eyes of a chameleon can move independently? Means one eye can look on the left side, one eye can look on the right side, and then a chameleon can see in two different directions at the same time. Isn't it interesting? Can you see in both the directions both the time? No, but the chameleon can see in both the directions. Coming to the next sensory organ, that is nose. Now we have got two nasal openings. The nose helps us to smell fragrances and bad odors. There is a wet lining of mucus and hair in our nose. This I have told you earlier also. The nerve endings take the message from the nose to the brain. There are nerve endings inside the nose. Those nerves are giving the message to the brain that yes, I have smelled something good or I have smelled something bad. And in this way, you are able to know that either the smell is good or bad. And then the good smells can be of perfumes, flowers, shampoo, your favorite soap, or tasty food, incense sticks or agarbatti, and sandalwood. Some of the bad smells may include cow dung, garbage, burnt paper, leaking gas or LPG. It can be urine, it can be stool, or sometimes bad smell can be due to burnt food also. जब खाना जल जाता है. These are the parts of the nose. So you can see, you just smell the object, it passes through the nose. These are the nerve endings are here in the nose, and then these pass the message to the brain that yes, the smell is good or bad. Now coming to the third sense organ, that is ears. Human ears are two in number. Ear helps us to hear whispers, that is very slow sounds, and loud noises. The ears of living beings vary in shape and size, right? Some have got bigger ears, some have got smaller ears. Rabbits have got long ears, elephants have got big ears. So, ears of living beings vary in shape and size. And the outer ear, this one, this outer ear has no bone. Okay, this is just a piece of skin or cartilage. So it has got no bone outside. Humans cannot move their ears in the direction of sounds. Your ear cannot move. You just have to move your head to see where the sound is coming. Now the human ear is very interesting. See, the human ear is divided into three parts. This is the external ear. This section is middle, and then is the inner ear. Whatever you hear, any noise, any sound, it falls on your outer ear, external ear. then there is a hole in your ear. From this hole, there is a thin canal. Okay, there is a pipe-like structure. The sound goes in the canal, and then this is the drum here, right? When the sound goes inside, this drum starts to move. There are vibrations in the drum. Okay? And then from this drum, these three bones, they start to move. Okay? It passes the vibrations to these three bones. Now this section is the middle ear. From the middle ear, these vibrations which are there, they pass through the inner ear, and then from the inner ear, the brain is connected through the nerves, and then the message, whatever you are hearing from ear, it passes to your brain. Okay. So let's do the parts one by one now. External ear. Now, external ear varies in shape and size. The outer ear directs the sound towards the middle ear through ear canal. As I told you earlier, this outer ear directs the sound in the ear canal. This red section here is the ear canal. इस canal में, इस pipe में the sound keeps on going. After that, the middle ear has got ear drum. This circle-like thing is like a drum of your school. When the teacher is banging on the drum, it shakes. In the same way, when any sound goes inside your ear, this ear drum shakes. And when it shakes, it moves the next three bones. And this bone here, this blue one here, is the stapes or the stirrup, which is the smallest bone in your body. Then the part of the middle ear is over now. These vibrations are now being sent to the inner ear. Now let's go to inner ear. This section here, this is the inner ear. Now the inner ear is also called as cochlea. It has got tiny hair which then multiply the vibrations we hear, and then what happens when the vibrations from these bones pass to cochlea, then the cochlea or the inner ear, it starts vibrating again, and then it passes the message from itself to the brain through the nerves that yes, some noises are there, it is a loud sound, it is a gentle sound, or somebody is whispering. So then your brain tells then what to do. Whether you have to close your ears or you have to listen to it very carefully, those instructions are sent to you by the brain. Okay. There is a major role of inner ear. Inner ear has got three bones here. Okay. And this inner ear has a major role in maintaining the balance of your body. How the balance? That whether you have to move your head up and down or sideways, then this inner ear helps you to maintain the balance. So let's have a little video of how the ear works. See, these yellow lines are indicating that the sound is going in. From the external ear, outer ear, the sound is going inside through the ear canal. This section is ear canal. This drum starts vibrating. Now the middle section has started. And then the first bone, second bone, third bone. This third bone here, or stapes or stirrup, this bone starts to move. When this is moving, it moves the inner ear. This inner ear or cochlea, this starts to moving. And then through this auditory canal, or you can say the other nerve, this message is being sent to the brain. Right? These three bones here of the inner ear, they help us to maintain the balance. Whether we move see, there are three bones here. This was cochlea, let's forget this. These three bones, okay, these three bones help you to maintain balance. Whether you move your head up and down like this, the fluid inside the bone will start to move. Whether you move your head from shoulder to shoulder like this, Again, the fluid inside it will maintain the balance of your body. Whether you move it from side to side, even then this type of fluid will move. So ultimately in three of the directions, whenever you will move your head, your body will try to, these inner ear will try to maintain the balance of your body. If you remember that on a swing, when you move in a swing or a slide, okay, and then when you get down from the slide, then your head is shaking and you are not able to maintain your balance. It is because that when you are in the slide, your body is in the motion, and when you get down, your head is still in the motion, and this fluid is moving. When this fluid settles down, then only you are able to maintain your balance. Now let's do our sensory organ number 4, that is tongue. Our tongue is in our mouth, you know that, and a tongue has tiny bumps on it called as taste buds, and tongue is sensitive to taste, and we feel major 4 tastes on our tongue, and those 4 tastes are sweet, sour, salty and bitter. You have done this in class 3rd also, that on the tip of the tongue we feel sweet taste, on the sides we feel sour and salty, on the back side we feel bitter. And now I'm telling you one more thing, that in the middle of the tongue we feel a taste called as umami, which means tasteless. Now coming to the last sensory organ, that is skin, which is the skin is the largest sense organ of our body, and it protects all our sensitive internal organs and helps us to feel the pain, the pressure, कोई दबा रहा है, hotness, coldness, गर्म है चीज, ठंडी है, and the texture of the objects. So what are the functions of the skin? First function is protection from the outside world. Okay. Then sensation, whatever a pain or cold or hot or hard rough surface we are feeling. So all those things are sent, all the messages are sent to the brain that yes, I am feeling this type of surface. And then skin also helps to regulate the body temperature. And so with this, we are now over with today's chapter, and let's revise before we go ahead that we have got 5 sense organs. The colored ball in the eye is called iris, and the black spot in the center is called pupil. The pupil allows entry of the light and it expands and contracts. The image of the object we see falls on the retina. The retina passes the message to the brain by the optic nerve. We also learned that nose helps us to smell and has got nerve endings to pass the message to the brain. Now ears help us to hear, and ear are divided into 3 parts: external, middle and inner. External ear helps to direct the sound to the middle ear through ear canal. The middle ear has got eardrum and a set of 3 bones to pass the vibrations to the inner ear. The inner ear passes the message to the brain by auditory nerves, and also inner ear helps to maintain the balance of the body. Otherwise, we won't be able to stand also. Now, the tongue helps to taste, and there are taste buds on the tongue which tell the food is sweet or sour or salty, bitter, or it has got an umami taste. And the skin helps us to feel the surfaces, whether the surfaces are hot or cold, rough or smooth. And then skin helps to regulate the body temperature, then protects our inner delicate organs. Now there is an interesting fact for you. As compared to animals, humans have weak sense of smell, right? And animals have other differences too. You see, dogs and sharks have a terrific sense of smell. Even bears have that. And while as cats, which means lion and tiger also, can see in very dim light. We'll know about other animals in the next video lesson. So till then, this is it for today, and go through the video lesson one more time and especially learn about eyes and ears, right? So goodbye, take care.